Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new chapter of Attack on Titan or Shingeki no Kyojin, which is on chapter 129. This chapter right here, well, with all that happened in this chapter and the way how it ended, oh man. A lot of people are really starting to have many theories or hypotheses or speculation on how this is going to end. For me, I don't know how it's going to end, but one thing for sure, it's very worrisome. But anything else altogether, let's just get this started. Hopefully we don't have to wait another 2 months or so, and just only wait a month, because I'm pretty sure how tormenting it was just to wait 2 months for Attack on Titan chapter to come out. But if we had to wait another 2 months or so, that's fine, I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. But aside from that, let's just get this started. We have to it that the massacre of the Carnage of fighting against the remaining scouts is still happening right now, and it's not looking so well. We have to it that someone gives us some information about all it takes a day for the maintenance before we can even fly the plane. If it's in good condition, half a day will do. But only if it's in good condition. And Theo Magath is like, are you kidding me? Half a day? You expect us to hold off the damn enemy for that long? The enemy will keep sending reinforcements. And not only that, it's impossible to hold off with that kind of long line of power for a couple of hours. Even Hanji's like, that's too late. The rumbling is faster than the horses, and it could go through obstacles very greatly. Roughly 600 kilometers from the coast will be damaged, and it will take 4 days to destroy the entire damn continent. And everyone's like, oh man, we're so much in trouble, Even Hanji's like, even if we stopped Eren as fast as possible, Liberial is already doomed to die. And we had to that Theo Magath is like, even if we are able to fly, we won't be able to locate Eren. It'll take more time. Holding off here for half a day is already hard enough. It's impossible. And we had to that Hizuru, or the woman, says, I have an idea. A city south from here is Oriha, in which Azumabito family has a facility. We can get past the plane ready. We can get the plane ready over there and get things done. We can leave now on the ship with the plane docked and have the plane to fly from there. We have to it that Hanji calculates by saying Marley's coast in terms of distance. Wouldn't it be destroyed by the rumbling soon? But we have to it that the woman says Oriha is ahead of the rumbling, but staying there for half a day is a stinking gamble. And Margaret's like, anyway, flying from here is impossible. And we have to that there's coal on the ship. It'll take about 30 minutes to leave, and John will call Captain Levi and the others, and we have to it that Theo Magath says, if you guys die, know that not only Hizuru, but the whole damn world will end. And we have to it that everybody gets the information head on first, and we see to it that that before Annie was about to hit by a thunder spear, Mikasa knocks the guy away and tells Annie, change of plans. We'll escape with the ship and fly from the continent. Help us reach the ship. And we have to, she goes like, maintenance on the continent? It's unsafe here for sure, but would we be able to beat the Founding Titan with that? Will I be able to go meet my dad in Liberio? Which Annie is trying to question that. We had to that Flock and the others found the Azumabito, and they're about to kill her. But Hanji shows up in the nick of time and slices them to hell. In other words, killed them. We have to it that Flock is wondering, why is the Azumabito there? Why is she risking her life there right now? And he realizes that they're trying to get to the ship and get the hell out of there. And they get hit by a bunch of shots, but Reiner blocks them all, but gets bombarded by a thunder spear, And we have to it that Magath tells everyone, get the hell out of here. Go for Azumabito. Take care of the female Titan later, as Flock tries to tell everyone right now, We have to it that the Thunder Spears went after the Azumabito and the others, but Annie takes the blow for her left arm and loses an arm, And we see to it that They tried to fire another pair of Thunder Spears, and Annie was getting ready to take the blow. But Reiner decided to take the blow due to him having armor. He's still alive. And we have to it that Flock realizes, like, are they thinking of escaping with the ship, with the plane? This is not good. Are they going to fly away from the continent? And Flock orders everybody to bring in the Thunder Spears and destroy the ship whatever you can. Because if they kill Eren, it's doomsday for Paradise Island and for your parents, your siblings, everybody. Dedicate your hearts and don't stop. And we have to it that we see Levi, Flock, Gabby, Okapion, and Yelena on top of the cart titan, and they're starting to go for the ship, you know. And we see to it that Flock says he must fight no matter what with his jaw titan, but we have to it that the quadruple titan or Piek tells Falco, no, you don't understand. Transforming the first time is not going to be easy. I'll fight after I bring you to the ship. But after seeing Annie and Reiner giving their lives right now, Falco on the other hand says, forget it. If Mr. Geller was here instead of me, he would not be standing here like this. He wouldn't sit around and do nothing all day just to see people die. And we have to it that the quadruple titan says, you know what, fine, I'll see you later, alright? And we see to it that Armin seems to be okay, but it'll take time for him to heal his injuries, and Connie will be the one to protect the ship. And we have to it that Pierre tells General Margaret, decides to tell General Margaret what happened, you know? Mikasa says we gotta go help Annie and Reiner, you know? And of course, there are some reinforcements coming from the station, but Hanji realizes that the train that has reinforcements gets blown up. We have to it that the reinforcements has been hit, but who was it, you know? And John ends up looking at Falco and says, what are you doing? Get in the ship right now. But Falco decides not to and cuts himself with the nail. And we see to it that Annie and Reiner were already at their limits and they're about to be blasted to hell, you know? But Connie shows up right in time and slices them all up, you know? And Mikasa comes up and uses hand-to-hand combat and knocks them all out, while Hanji does the killing with her blades, and John uses sniper attacks. And we have to it that they think in their minds, if we hesitate, comrades will die, and that's the end of it. And we see to it that Piet ends up chewing out a bunch of flying soldiers, you know, and we see to it that that Flock orders everybody use the spears on the cart titan and use the guns to take out the traitors. We'll do everything at the same time, all at once. Protect our island and our country. And we see to it that Piek barely managed to dodge the thunder spears in the nick of time, while everyone else is doing the best they can to survive and fight. Falco decides to use this opportunity and transforms into the Jaw Titan, you know, and starts wrecking chaos in everybody, you know. And we see to it that Hanji, from Connie to John and Mikasa, killing all of their former comrades. Falco getting really upset about how things are right now and almost got killed by Piek. And therefore he flies to the ship, has one Thunder Spear, and he just needs one shot to do it. He was about to fire the Thunder Spear, but gets shot in the right arm by Gabby, who managed to stop him, and he falls into the ocean. While everyone else is killing and stopping Flock's army, you know, they all manage to do it, and they end up having to try to get back to the location. But unfortunately, they get attacked by Falco, who doesn't have control over his Titan form. And Pierre had to step in and stop him, while Theo Maga shows up in the nick of time, cuts Falco out of there, and tells him, you did a good job, man. You did a good job. And we have to it that everybody seems to be okay for the time being, but not entirely. I mean, they sure won, but a lot of injuries, you know? From Pierre to Reiner to Annie. Falco is all cold, you know? And we have to it that Theo Maga tells everyone to get going. He'll take care of things from here, you know? And we have to it that Pierre tells Gabby, like the commander turned back Falco, you know, it could have been bad if he wasn't there. And Gabby's like, where's Commander Margaret? He goes like, well, not here right now. And we have to it that before Margaret was about to be killed, he is saved by Keith's Shadis, and they end up talking to each other, and Shadis asks him, why didn't you get on the ship? And etc. With that kind of speed, it will catch up to our allies and sink in no time. And Theo Magath realizes this and says it can't stay here. And Keith Shadis says, then let me help you out. While everybody is Saw the Marlian commander in the ship, they're trying to like kill them and go after the enemy, you know? We had two that Keith Shadis says, well, they're here now. And he says, it doesn't matter. I'm going to light the gunpowder on fire and blow us all to hell, you know? And he even tells Shadis like, hey, this is your time to dive in the sea if you want to. He says, nah, I'm okay. I was wondering when I was going to die anyway. And Theo Magath asks Keith Shadis like, why are you on our side? You know this island might get the worst of it, right? And Keith Shadis explains like, I saw my students heading south from the fort of Shiganshia, you know? With Annie Leohart there, I realized their goal. And I kind of felt emotional from my students' growth, you know? And Theo Magath says, if you didn't stop the reinforcements, we would have been killed. Done. Endgame. Game over. And he even tells Keith Shadis, like, you will become one of the heroes who saved the world and will be remembered. Well, not exactly, but he'll be remembered by Magath himself, you know? And he goes like, well, that goes for the same for you, right? And we have to it that Magath pours out a lot of gunpowder onto the ship and says, you know, I can't be proud of myself. I went against my will and followed the orders of my country and told those kids to destroy the walls. And Theo Magath, even though he does have some nasty grudge or something or about the Eldians, he really cares for Gabby, Falco, Piek, and Zeke, Reiner, Gallard or Porco, and yeah, let's see here, Colt. Pretty much he cared for all the warriors, you know. Even though Zeke had betrayed them, he really cared for them, realizing that he could have wished that they could have lived normal lives than become tools of death of war. And we have to it that Keith Shadis tells him, you know, even though you aren't proud of yourself, I think you're still a good person. And those kids probably do think so as well. And he therefore thanks Keith Shadis and asks him what's his name. And he tells him his name, Keith Shadis. And he says, what's yours? He says, Theo Magath. And he ends up putting the gun right onto the gunpowder and blows everyone to hell while everyone could only look on in shock and sadness, realizing what Magath just did, you know? And the chapter ends with this message, humans can decide their own fate. And it ends there. Apparently, I did see a certain chapter coming up, but I'm not really sure when the apparently I think we may have to wait another 2 months or so for the next chapter to come, so yeah. Yeah, this chapter right here was really crazy action-packed, a lot of massacre, man. There's no stopping it. I could only imagine the freaking intensity of the scene of how it's gonna go once it gets animated. I mean, call me crazy local guy, but yeah, etc. And of course, I know, and I did some research, etc., that Witch Studios is not going to be doing the final season of Attack on Titan. It's going to be Studio Mappa, you know. And I do know Mappa a bit. I mean, they are very well known for the Rage of Bahamut, you know, and then Hajime no Ippo, along with Kakegiru, and then now, and they're the studio that's gonna do the final season of Attack on Titan. Not to mention they also did the series for Garo Vanishing Line, you know. So pretty much and they did Ushio and Tora and Garo Crimson Moon. So I've seen a lot of series from Studio Mappa, you know, and I know I'm being a little off topic here and there, but I'm pretty sure they could do a nice job, you know. Okay, that aside, and being very off topic, forgive me on that. This chapter right here, again, was really hectic. I mean, a lot of the blood, action-packed, slicing, dicing, hand-to-hand combat, and, dude, both sides are trying to hold off, one side trying to hold off the ship and get to Eren, the other one's trying to stop the group from getting to Eren, or all hell will be for naught, you know, etc. But Eren is getting, Eren and the Colossal Titans are getting very closer to doing a lot of crazy right now. So I don't know how they're gonna stop Eren, etc. But depending on the situation, this could end very bloody. I mean, we were in the end game for a very long time, but we're getting closer and closer to a certain objective. But how's this gonna go out? Guess we're about to find out. So, just gonna end it here. Sorry for being a little off topic about Studio Mappa. You know, about them doing the final season of Attack on Titan, but I'm pretty sure they'll do a nice job. I know they will. I have good faith in them. I mean, I've seen a lot of series of theirs already, like, you know, the Raids of Bahamut, Garo, Usho Totora, and they're a studio that's gonna be doing the God of High School too. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure they won't disappoint. So until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time, right? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot!